Today we are going to see perceptron and its learning rule, which comes under supervised learning. Generally these two terms, perceptron and neural network, are quite confusing. So first of all, let us see the difference between two. So we can define any perceptron as a neural network with either single layer or with single neuron, and vice versa. Expanding this term perceptron, we can say that any neural network is a multi-layer perceptron. General usage of this perceptron are seen in either for linear classification or for generating binary outputs, and the activation function used here is unit or Heaviside step function. So it is a simple function giving binary output. It is a function of t which will give 0 if t is less than 0, and it will give 1 if t is greater than or equals to 0. So simply its graph would be like this. Now we can provide an extension to this function, shifting by any constant a. So after shifting, if it is less than a, then it will give 0, otherwise it will give 1. So we can plot this by, let us consider this is a. Now to understand this perceptron more clearly, let us consider two cases. We are given with two graphs and we have to separate the circles and cross. So in case 1, in order to separate both these classes of circle and cross, what we need is just a single linear line like this. And in this second case, if we want to separate the circles with the crosses, then we need something like this. So it can clearly be seen in this case that circles and crosses cannot be separated with the help of a linear line. We need a circle like this. So this case 1 is called linearly separable problem, and case 2 is not linearly separable, and perceptrons work with this linearly separable problems. Now let us see the parameters. So first we have a vector omega which will separate or classify any two given groups. Second one is the input itself. So this input vector is given by number of kinds of input plus 1. The first element will always be a 1, and as we can see here, we have two kinds of input. One is circle and second is a cross. So our input vector will be 1, x1 and x2. Next, eta is our learning rate. Now for learning purpose, these two vectors, omega and input vector, these both are multiplied to obtain this equation, like omega 0 into 1, omega 0, then omega 1 into x1, omega 1 x1, and so on. Now this given equation is the core of classification in this perceptron. So how it will work is, for this equation, after solving this equation, if we get a value which is something greater than 0, then it will belong to some class A. And if we obtain a value which is less than 0, so then it will belong to some class B. In our example, consider the class A is of circles and class B is of crosses. So after solving this equation, if we will have some value greater than or equals to 0, then it will be classified as circles, otherwise it will be classified as cross. Now let us see the update rule. What is the need of this rule? So let us consider we have obtained a classification like this after the learning rule. Now let us check These three elements are correctly classified as circle. These all elements are cross and these are classified as cross, so no problem. But this element is a cross which is classified as a circle. So this classification needs to be updated. So in update rule, it will find a new vector omega 0 dash, omega 1 dash and omega 2 dash for a new classification. And this new omega 0 dash will be obtained from omega 0, it is the old one, plus eta, it is the learning rate, into S, it is the target output, and X is our input. Similarly for other two vectors also. Now how the value for S is decided? So again there are two cases. If S is incorrectly classified as negative, which means it should be positive, so its value will be 1. And similarly, if it is incorrectly classified as positive, where it should be negative, so its value will be -1. Thereafter, substituting these values into this equation, and with the help of this new vector, it will update this classification. Now let's try to understand the same with the help of cosine angle. We have been given with this equation, omega transpose x equals to modulus of omega modulus of x into cos alpha. Now what is this equation? Omega transpose into x. So it is the equation as we have previously seen for learning purpose. Now for example, let us consider two values of alpha equals to 0 and second one is alpha equals to 90. Cos 0 will be 1 and cos 90 it will be 0. So let us analyze this equation. Whenever this alpha is less than 90, then we will obtain this value something greater than 0. And similarly, if this value of alpha is greater than 90 or equals to 90, then we will obtain this value as something less than 0. So in our example, if our alpha is less than 90, then it will be classified as a circle, and if alpha is greater than 90, then it will be classified as a cross. Now let us move on to an extension of this type of perceptron learning. We have to classify this given problem with the help of linear separation. So as we can clearly see, it is not a linearly separable. So try to look this example either from this side or this side. So we will have some pattern like this. So now this type of pattern is easily separable with the help of a linear separation. So transformation of this pattern into a pattern like this, it is the concept of polar coordinates. The core thing is, using these polar coordinates, we can transform a given non-linear pattern into a linearly separable pattern without going into a higher dimension. So all this were the concepts of perceptron and perceptron learning. Thank you.